This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
And welcome back. We're live at Kelly's Furniture and Carpet One, and we're in the kitchen, which means it's time for our cooking segment. And this morning, we're joined once again by Duane Wood, the Director of Nutritional Services at Ottumwa Regional Health Center. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, Ella. How are you?
Good.
Hi, Brian.
Howdy. Hi, Brian. All right, and today we're going to be making empanadas.
Yes, I am doing 3 empanadas, and what I wanted to do was show how easy this is. It's a great, entertaining, fast, and you can do it very quickly. And go ahead.
Before we do that, can you maybe explain to our viewers what an empanada is?
An empanada is a pastry that originated in Portugal.
Okay.
And it is stuffed with anything from dessert items to cheeses to meats, and they just do all kinds of
And
things.
I was wondering that because I didn't know if it was a dessert or like a main course, but both.
And actually, the great thing about them is you can add anything into them. I mean,
Perfect.
seafood,
Excellent.
any kinds of cheeses. And what we're going to
yeah.
do today, first of, is we've started with an Italian sausage, and we want to brown that off. And I always like to drain it, even though fat is flavor. It tends to soggy up the puff pastry, which is
Right.
what we use here.
Okay.
So put it in the colander, let it drain, let it cool, and then we'll come up with this. And what we do is add mozzarella cheese and mix it up. And that's going to be the main entree empanada.
Okay.
And again, we'll show you how to do that. Our second one is if Brian wants to come over here and take our cream cheese and put it in a bowl.
Good thing Ella doesn't have this. She'd be
Yeah.
biting into
It'd be
it.
gone.
We'll let her lick the paper.
There you go, Ella.
Thank you.
And then we're going to add some blue cheese.
And how much of this would you like in here?
Let's do about half of it.
Okay.
And the reason I do the cream cheese is it actually spreads out the flavor and makes your product go a little bit farther.
Okay.
So we're going to start mashing that together. And when we get that done, go ahead and take a lemon with our handy little lemon squeezer here.
You're going to want your cream cheese about room temperature, so this is
Good point.
easy to do.
Yes, it helps immensely. I tried to use a whisk last week, didn't work so well. So I spent a lot of time. Again, lemon juice with any recipe is kind of like salt. It just adds a little flavor, it enhances
Absolutely.
it, and just makes it go a little bit farther. And we're going to get that mixed up, and I already have some in the oven that
Okay,
we've
perfect.
done. And then when we make these, we top them with some fresh basil inside the pocket. And
Okay,
it just
cool.
gives it a nice fresh flavor.
All right. So this is our dough.
This is puff pastry.
Puff pastry.
And you can get this in the store
perfect.
from Pepperidge Farms is a great product.
Okay.
I have Institutional brand,
Okay.
which works out really well. And the thing is we're trying to make squares. You can also use biscuit cutters or a bigger round and make them round if you'd like.
Okay.
I prefer the squares just because they're easy to deal with.
All right.
And we're just going to go ahead and cut them up. And because it's a rectangle piece, we are going to have a little bit left over,
Okay.
just like that.
All right.
And we're going to go right down the middle and take that. So now we've got our squares to go ahead and start stuffing.
All right.
And here, again, is our sausage and mozzarella cheese.
Okay.
And you just put it down and corner to corner.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and do 2 of each, even though I got more in the oven. I know you guys will be eating lunch with all the extras.
Oh, yes.
And I have one little surprise one that's in the oven that I'll let you guys taste, and you
Okay.
can tell me what you think about it.
All right. So then how do we fold these?
You take them and just fold them in half, corner to corner.
Okay.
And again, you want to get your filling down the middle
Okay.
and just lay it like this. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and crimp the edges. And they do have dough crimpers that you can find, which are very difficult to find, especially in this area.
So just a fork would be okay.
Just a fork and
the
basically
job.
it seals the edges.
Okay.
So we're going to move on to the cream cheese.
Okay.
And also what I added in here was some Italian seasoning.
Okay.
Which just gives it some more flavor.
All right.
So our next one, we're going to have, if you'll hand me a spoon right there.
There
Thank
you go.
you. Do that, and again, corner to corner.
I'll do this one.
Okay. Did you wash your hands?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Again, we've got that one, and another fork for me, Brian, since I mashed that one.
So we have about a minute left. How long do you want to bake these?
These go into the oven for about 12 minutes at 400 degrees. And then we're going to do our last dessert one, which is Nutella, which is a chocolate hazelnut spread. It is incredible.
I'm not good at this.
I have,
obviously.
and again, just a nice big dollop right down the middle. And I have found if you're not a big fan of hazelnuts, you can always dilute that hazelnut flavor with some chocolate chips,
Nice.
which works really well. So anyways, we got this here and
Same process.
same process. And that's what's good about these recipes. And I did try to send them to Ella yesterday. I'll go back and make sure I attach the recipes and we'll get those posted.
All right, perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put these in the oven.
Okay.
And if you're just joining us, we're live from Kelly's Furniture and Carpet One, and we're joined by Duane Wood, who is the Director of Nutritional Services at Ottumwa Regional Health Center. And we just made some empanadas, and we just got them out of the oven. They smell and look delicious. And so what you're doing is doing last-minute touches, correct?
Yes, I am. I'm plating these up, and again, we're going to put the sausage and mozzarella puff pastry empanada in here. These are actually an apple pie filling.
Oh, yeah.
And you can do-
that's
That
the
sounds
Yes, it
good.
is. And you can use any apple pie filling, jam, preserve, fruit spread, anything like that.
Right.
So we have that, and we're going to add a little color with some fresh basil on top of this Italian one.
Okay.
And then over here, we need to find this
The
chocolate.
cheese one.
The cheese one is right
Right
here.
there. And this one has cream cheese and goat cheese,
Cream
correct?
cheese.
Or blue cheese, I'm sorry.
Blue cheese, but goat cheese works great, which you can find around here. And it's my understanding we were going to have a local goat farmer that's going to be making goat
Ooh,
cheese
look
up
at
in the
that.
Ottumwa area.
And then
Nice.
what do we dress this one up with? Anything?
Our teeth.
Oh, okay, perfect. and then our final one that we made was the one with the chocolate Nutella and
Yes,
chocolate chips.
that's correct. If you want to go ahead and grab that one for me, Brian, that
Whoa,
would be great.
oh gosh.
Now it's a turnover.
And they're hot. I
That's the con-
apologize.
That's okay. And what works really well on there is 50% powdered sugar, 50% baking cocoa, and you just sprinkle it on
Oh
top.
my goodness.
And
that looks
I
delicious.
think you need to try the cheese.
Ella has a full course meal here.
I'm going to try all of them if
Yeah,
that's okay
well,
with
and
you.
again, I have plenty for you guys. And again, this apple pie filling works great with cherry
that full
filling, all kinds of different things. And that's where I went to the store last week and I kind of got over creative and was supposed to make 3 brands and I ended up making 5 or 6 different
Yeah, and
kinds.
The possibilities are endless. You can
They
put whatever
are.
you
I
want
mean,
in
again,
here.
I had some crab in my refrigerator.
Oh,
I thought
nice.
crab, a little crab salad, tuna.
Giant
Perfect.
crab again.
And again, they're so quick and easy.
All right. Well, we'll post the recipe on our website later this morning along with the video at heartlandconnection.com. Just make sure you click on the Good Morning Heartland features at the top of the homepage. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. I'm Ella Soroka.
And I'm Brian Dukes.
And this is Duane Wood. We hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you right back here Monday morning at 5:30 a.m. Which I was really worried about this one because I'm not a big food fan.
And again, they go.